Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with the fourth unit, which is titled The Art of Advertising. Our lesson today is the conversation lesson. In your books, page 59. All you need for the lesson today is your books on page 59, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started. You had a homework from yesterday's lesson, which is in your workbooks, page 114. It was exercise H. Use the correct form of the verb in brackets. Here, you're going to use whether the active or the passive voice. Speaking about inventions. Number 1. The electric iron invented in 1882. So notice, it is in the past. So, it was invented 1882 by Henry W. Seeley in New York. His iron was heavy and took a long time to warm up. Other electric irons also invent, including one in France and others. So we're speaking about irons, not one, more than one. So they were also invented in France, but it used a dangerous heating method. So we're having here, one time we're speaking about electric iron, which is one. However, here more than one we used where. The second one, speaking about the safety pin. The safety pin invent and patent. So it was invented and was patented by Walter Hunt. It make by twisting a length of wire. It was made. So it, singular, it was made by twisting a length of a wire. The right to the patent sell $400. It was sold for $400. All of them happened in the past, so it was sold is what patent, and also it was invented. Number 3. In ancient Egypt, ancient, past, speaking about the idea of making paper. In ancient paper, the papyrus plant processed and used as paper. So the plant was processed, it will go through a process, then was used as paper. It made from thin sheets of the papyrus, so it was made from thin sheets that soak in water, that were, because here I'm speaking about the sheets, not one, many, were soaked in water, pressed together, and then dried. One more, number 4, speaking about smart classrooms of today. Smart classrooms equipped with interactive boards are equipped, because we are speaking about the classrooms nowadays, today, are equipped with interactive boards, a computer console, digital projector, sound system, and video system. In many countries, a number of classrooms and seminar rooms updated. They are updated in this manner. State-of-the-art technology install, and teachers train, they are trained to use it, replacing traditional boards and pens and paper materials. So because we're speaking about something that is happening nowadays, that's why we're using the present tense. Are, is. Okay. You had a homework from the previous lesson, which is to think of a product that you bought because of an advertisement. What is it? What are the factors that influenced your decision? How about you? What was the product? For me, I have got this one. It is a coaster that is attached to the computer. Then it will keep the coffee or the tea, the drink, your hot drink, it will keep it warm. What are the factors that influenced me? Because I like my coffee or my drink, I want it warm, and because it was in a good price. So that was influenced me. However, I like the idea that it will be in handy, very close to me while I am working on my computer. However, the thing that I didn't like, that it will drain, it will take too much energy from the computer. And also, the drink or the coffee is not warm enough. It is not warm enough. It is a bit cold. So it was a waste of money. It was a waste of money. How about your product? What was the product? Why have you got it? What are the factors that influenced you? And was it a waste of money or it was a good deal? Okay, for our lesson today, the conversation lesson. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to answer some questions based on a conversation. You will be able to use real talk phrases correctly and use some new vocabulary. So let's get started with this. In here, I want you to first to practice the pronunciation, which if you still remember them, the pronunciation is about adjacent sounds. Two sounds come next to each other. Let's listen to them here. Vowel after a consonant. Let's listen.
The best ice cream. The most expensive bag. It was introduced in 1957.
How about if we're having two consonant sounds, T and T, or D plus D? How are you going to pronounce them? Let's listen to them.
The cleanest teeth. In contrast to the standard bike. A specially designed dolphin food.
So, as you have noticed from the consonant plus vowel or the two consonants after each other, you can notice that you are going to merge them together. You will mix the two sounds together. The best ice cream, the cleanest teeth, one ta sound. Okay, now let's go to the conversation and we will do the same thing in here. Find and underline examples of two adjacent sounds, whether it's a consonant plus vowel or a vowel plus two consonants after each other. Okay, these they are the conversation between Umar and Adnan, and I have underlined the adjacent sounds, like what are, up to, go, turning off, earth is. I want you to listen and practice while you are listening how to pronounce adjacent sounds. Let's listen.
Hi Omar. What are you up to?
I'm turning off my alarm.
What on earth is that?
It's the new flying helicopter alarm. It runs on rechargeable batteries. It's the best alarm clock.
Okay, so as you have noticed, what are you, not what are you up to? You will mix the p with the ta, not up to, then turning off, together, turning off, as if it were one word. Always make sure that when you are pronouncing them, you are mixing them together so you will sound much more fluent speaker and similar to a native speaker. Okay, now let's go to the conversation part. And here, before we start listening, and here, who are the speakers of this in this conversation? Just check the first two lines, the first word from the two lines. They are actually Adnan and Umar. So Adnan and Umar are talking to each other. What can you see in the picture? This is the picture that you can see. What is it? What does it look like? For me, it looks like, if it is an alarm clock, it looks like maybe it is a toy, we can say. We will call it a gadget until we get to know what it is. So it is something related to time and it could be a toy. Okay, what does it do? Do you have any idea? Let's try to make our guesses. I guess it will ring when I will set it, and it will ring the time that I will set it on. How about the flying part, this one? It could be, it will play music or it will do whatever the thing. We will get to know the answers. Now, I want you to listen to the conversation between Umar and Adnan, and you will tell me what is the thing that they are talking about. They're talking about only one thing. What is that thing? Let's listen.
Hi, Omar. What are you up to?
I'm turning off my alarm.
What on earth is that?
It's the new flying helicopter alarm. It runs on rechargeable batteries. It's the best alarm clock I've ever had.
How does it work?
You see, the top part, in other words the flying part, is placed on a base. The alarm is set and when it goes off the top part flies off the base. It is made to fly in order to make you get up, catch it, and put it back on its base.
And why is it here?
Well, you know how it is when you have a lot to do at work and you also have to attend meetings. I don't have an assistant, so if I am working on an important project I forget. The flying alarm can solve the problem. I set it in time for any meeting or conference that I have and I don't have to worry. What do you think?
So, in here, what is the thing that they are talking about? Omar and Adnan, they are actually talking about a flying helicopter alarm. So it is a mix of two things, an alarm with a helicopter, two things into one, a flying helicopter alarm. Okay, now I want you to listen one more time, and this time you will come with the answers for these three questions. How does the flying helicopter alarm run? And I want you to focus on the idea of run. How does the flying helicopter alarm work? So the first time is run and the second time is work. How can he turn off the alarm? Turning it off is to turn it off or to close it when it is ringing. So how does it run? How does it work? How can you turn it off? Let's listen.
Hi, Omar. What are you up to?
I'm turning off my alarm.
What on earth is that?
It's the new flying helicopter alarm. It runs on rechargeable batteries. It's the best alarm clock I've ever had.
How does it work?
You see, the top part, in other words the flying part, is placed on a base. The alarm is set and when it goes off the top part flies off the base. It is made to fly in order to make you get up, catch it, and put it back on its base.
And why is it here?
Well, you know how it is when you have a lot to do at work and you also have to attend meetings. I don't have an assistant, so if I am working on an important project I forget. The flying alarm can solve the problem. I set it in time for any meeting or conference that I have and I don't have to worry. What do you think?
So, let's speak about the flying helicopter alarm. How does it run? How does it run? He said it runs on rechargeable batteries. So not any other battery. These batteries are not disposable. You're not going to throw them away. When they die, you will take them and you will plug them, just like your phone. You will plug it on electricity, then you can use it back again and again. How does the flying helicopter alarm work? What does it do actually? The idea behind it, when the alarm goes off, so it starts ringing, the flying part flies off the base. So I wanted to ring at 9. When it is 9 o'clock, the flying part is going to fly. Then it flies off the base. It will leave the base, so it will fly. Okay, how can he turn it off? I want to turn it off. I don't want it to ring anymore. You have to. He needs to get up, catch the flying part, and put it back on the base. So you need to do something, not only with a press, no. You need to get up, take the flying part, put it back on the base, so the sound will stop. It will stop ringing. Okay, here. Omar, at the very end of the conversation, he said, the flying alarm can solve the problem. Let's listen to him while he's saying, and I want you to give him advice.
The flying alarm can solve the problem. I set it in time for any meeting or conference that I have and I don't have to worry. What do you think?
And here, he's telling us about the flying helicopter alarm. It solved his problem. What do you think of the flying helicopter alarm? Do you like it? Do you think it's a good idea? For me, I said it is a good idea. It is very good for someone who is a heavy sleeper. Maybe someone will say, what if I am away from the room? Then it will fly and it might break anything. What if I didn't wake up? Then it will keep on flying. It is not a good idea. So, what a great idea for heavy sleepers, those people who won't wake up very quickly. It would be a good idea. They have to get up, catch it, put it back, then they will be awake. What a crazy idea. If you don't hear it, it goes on flying. Some people will say, no, that's a crazy idea. If you don't hear it or you don't get up, it will keep on moving and moving. It might break something. Or, what does the boss have to say about this? Maybe if you use it at work, your boss might not work it. Maybe your colleagues within the same office, they won't like the idea of having something that will fly. How about your ideas? Do you have anything that is different? Any idea will be accepted. Okay. Adnan and Umar, at the very beginning of the conversation, they used some real talk phrases. What are the real talk phrases? Real talk phrases or expressions are words or certain expressions that we will say them, and when you use them, you sound a better language user. You will sound much more like a native speaker. Like here, what are you up to? What on earth is that? Let's listen, and after listening, I want you to come up with the meaning. What is the meaning of these two words? Let's listen to them.
Hi, Omar. What are you up to?
I'm turning off my alarm.
What on earth is that?
So, when someone is asking, what are you up to? What are you up to? What are they actually trying to ask you? Up to. They're asking, what are you doing? What are you doing at the moment? What are you up to? Then, you have noticed here Adnan's the tone. What was he saying? What on earth is that? What on earth is that? Intonation, higher intonation, rising intonation. So he felt like surprised, asking a question. What is that? He was very surprised. What on earth is that? A question to express surprise, to show how surprised you are. Let's try to use them in here. We're having someone who's looking at a paper and he's very surprised, and a group of ladies who are working together. Use what are you up to and what on earth is that. Let's look at the first one in here. What are you up to? She is concerned. She wants to know what her colleague or her friend is doing. What are you up to? I am reading a book. I am doing or writing a report or doing a homework. How about the other one? He's very surprised. He saw maybe it's a bell or something. So, what on earth is that? He looked like someone who is surprised. What on earth is that? What is that? Okay, let's check some of the words that we've got here. Rechargeable batteries. When we say something that is rechargeable, these are actually, it is connected with many suffixes. Re, it means again. And able means can. Charge, you can charge it again and again and again. Rechargeable, I will charge my phone, recharge it again and again. Rechargeable, it can be recharged again and again. So, rechargeable, able to have its electrical energy restored by connection to a power supply. So, it's not disposable. You will not throw the battery away if they are dead or they don't work anymore. You will plug them. You will plug them on the electricity, and it will recharge itself. You can use it again and again. Just like here, the batteries are rechargeable. Don't throw them away. Use them again and again. Also, assistant. I don't have an assistant. Who is an assistant? An assistant is actually a person who helps in a particular work. If you have too much to do, you need assistant. Someone who will help you to do certain things. So here, my assistant helped me. My assistant helps me, actually, helps me arrange my meetings. The assistant helps me arrange my meetings. I have many things to do and I need an assistant. One more, go off. when something goes off, explode or fly or fire. Just like the gun, it will go off. Here, the pistol or the gun suddenly went off. Go, the past is went. It suddenly, when something will explode, go very quickly. Just like the flying helicopter alarm, it will go off. It will fly. Let's try to use these. Go off, rechargeable, and assistant. This battery may be recharged on solar power. So, go off, rechargeable, or assistant. This rechargeable battery may recharge on solar power. Be careful. The gun may at any time. It will go off, or assistant may go off. Also, I have too much to do. I need someone to help. I need an assistant. Just always check the words before and after, and you will get the meaning. Based on your understanding of the conversation, let's try to come up with answers for these 3 questions. Does Umar like the flying helicopter alarm? What is the idea behind the flying helicopter alarm? And what does Umar use it for? Which is the flying helicopter alarm? The first one. Does Umar like the flying helicopter alarm? Actually, he did. Yes, he does. He likes it. What did he say? He said, "It is the best alarm clock I have ever had. This is the best thing I have got." So he likes it. The best thing, you like it. What is the idea behind the flying helicopter alarm? What is the main idea behind it? Just like it will ring? No, we're having other things. It is made to fly in order to make you get up, catch it, and put it back on its base. So it's not only ring, it doesn't only ring, it will ring, fly, so you will wake up, get it, put it back. For heavy sleepers, it will be a good idea. What does Umar use it for? Does he use it to wake him up? No. He uses it to it reminds him of what he has to do. When he is having a meeting or a conference, it will remind him to do so. Okay. So he said, I don't have an assistant, so if I am working on an important project, I forget. The flying alarm can solve the problem. I set it in time for any meeting or conference that I have, and I don't have to worry. It's a reminder for him. Okay, in here, in your own words, can you explain how the flying helicopter alarm works? Now we are all familiar with the idea behind the flying helicopter alarm. Can you describe it in your own words? For me, I will say we're having a base part and a flying part. Then, when it is the suitable time or it is the set time, the flying part is going to fly. It will go off. I have to bring it back to the base so it will stop ringing. Okay? You can come up with any description that is suitable to you. Use the words that we have mentioned or any other words. Okay. Can you name the parts of the flying helicopter alarm? 2 of them were mentioned, and they are the main actually. The first part, which is the top part. This one is the top part or the flying part. Just like the wings that they will fly. The flying part or the top part. And the second one is the base. It is the base that will be on your desk. It will never fly. You will put the flying part on it, so it will stop ringing. So it consists of 2 parts, the top part and the base itself. In here, would you buy the flying helicopter alarm? After we have known how does it work and what does it do, would you yourself buy it? If it is in a good offer, would you buy it? You might say, yes, I would buy it. If it is in a good deal, a good price, and the quality is good, I will definitely buy it. However, others will say, no, I'm not a heavy sleeper. I don't think that I will buy it. The alarm clock, my alarm clock will do the work. I don't need a flying one. So some people will say, yes, I would buy it, and why? And I will never buy it, and why? The same page, on page 59, describe an unusual new gadget that you have seen or read about. You will say 3 things about it. What is the gadget called? The name. What does it look like? And how does it work? Let's speak about any gadget. For me, I will speak about the flying helicopter alarm because we have just described it. So, the flying helicopter alarm. This is the gadget. It is called the flying helicopter alarm. What does it look like? Describe how it looks like, the appearance, not what it does, the appearance. It is an alarm clock with a flying top. So, an alarm clock with the top part, which is with a flying top part. A description. How does it look like? How does it work? What does it do? Now, we have a base and we're having a flying part. What does it do? The action is the alarm is set, and when it goes off, the top part flies off the base. So I will set the time. The top part is going to fly, and you have to put it back so you will stop it from ringing. How about you? It will be your homework to describe an unusual new gadget. Any new gadget, you will describe it that you have seen or you read about. What is it called? How does it look like? And what does it do? 3 things about the gadget. Okay? I guess that is it for the lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.